Claxton. Donnie Nelson, son of head coach Don Nelson, is making his 4th appearance in the conference finals. Got here with Milwaukee 3 times. That's a 3 for Finley. 16 points for Michael Finley. 57-34, San Antonio. Marv Albert with the czar, Mike Fratello, Jeff Van Gundy, Greg Sager, Gerald Miller working the sideline. Got the entire staff on hand. Ernie, Charles, Kenny, and Magic come along at halftime and following the game out inside the NBA. 3-shot clock for the Spurs. Duncan gets in the foul.
They get the second shot opportunity because Duncan got the offensive rebound. Here, as he flashes into the open area, you see Bell hit him on his left forearm as he's going up for the jump shot. He knows basket's good, and he gets another.
A very animated Tim Duncan, coming off the 40 points in game 1, has 19 and has been perfect at the line. He is 7 for 7 from the foul line. Finley with the step. Robinson had it slapped away by Bell, and it carried out of bounds. Last touch by San Antonio.
Went off of David Robinson's foot. As it was slapped down, it actually hit Robinson's left foot and rolled out of bounds.
Now Robinson will sit down. Rose is back. Malik Rose providing a major impact in this first half. Nowitzki, wild shot. He was trying to draw the foul. Tony Parker back on the floor. Bowen passed on the 3. Now Bowen is open from downtown. Rebounded by Nowitzki.
That's the 3 Greg Popovich doesn't want. One pass out of a double team and a shot. He wants the ball reversed and then shot.
Foul committed by Rose. 13 fouls on San Antonio. Dallas with 4. A lopsided score here in the first half. The Spurs 60, the Mavericks 34. Nowitzki and another foul from Dick Pavetta on the call, and again it's on Rose. That's his second.
A little 2-man game they love to play in the elbow area on the offensive end of the floor. This time small passing to big and then small screening on big.
And now Dick Pavetta is saying it is a non-shooting foul. Nowitzki was ready to take the free throws.
Because Rose fouled Nash on the screen, even though that then bumped him in to Nowitzki.
Nowitzki only 1 of 7 from the field and playing with the 3 fouls, making 1 of 8. Foul committed by Williams as he and Rose got involved, so Mavericks are over the limit. Malik Rose back to the line, spending much time at the free throw line. 11 for 11. Malik came on strong late in the season. I mentioned 79% from the line. That was a career high this year. Reminder, tomorrow on ABC, it'll be game 3 of the Pistons and the Nets. Nets winning games 1 and 2 in Detroit. Finally, San Antonio missed the free throw. Coverage begins at 8 o'clock with the NBA Draft Lottery Saturday on. Nowitzki is able to finish Saturday on ESPN at 8. Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Pistons and the Nets.
Jeff, let's go back to earlier in the game when Dallas made a substitution and get a timeout coming up. You mentioned that the only reason for the substitution was to get Duncan on Nowitzki. But on the other end of it, didn't Nowitzki have to guard Duncan, and he has 3 fouls?
Timeout taken, 2:44 remaining in the first half. It has been all San Antonio. Still a long way to go, as we have seen in the postseason, when Dallas is trailing or San Antonio is ahead, but it has been a superb first half for the San Antonio Spurs. Dirk Nowitzki in early foul trouble, has not shot well, just 2 of 9 from the field, while Tim Duncan with another sparkling first half, leading away with 19.
And what Dallas wants to do right now is to cut this lead to a manageable number. Right now, 25. If they can get it 8-0 run, something like that, to give them some momentum going in and some belief at halftime, it's really their only chance.
Yeah, because you put a number up there and you say, look, get it to this number and it will give us a chance in the second half. You know that we can go on a 12-2 run anytime during the course of the game. We're capable of that. So get it back to a manageable number and then we'll attack it in the second half.
We're coming up on 2.5 remaining in the first half. Malik Rose. Dirk Nowitzki did not want to pick up number 4.
That's the problem. He's playing in the middle of that zone back there. They get it down the low post there, and he's backing away.
And they've got a double for him. If he can't play one-on-one defense because of fouls, they've got to do something to protect him.
Nowitzki is hit on a reach-in. Rose with his 3rd foul. Technical foul. Was he hit with 2?
I think he threw him on the first one because he walked out onto the floor, Mark. He come out on the floor. Del Harris ejected. They're upset that Tim Duncan is zoning off, not playing anybody. He's not getting out of the lane areas. What they complain is Donnie Nelson Jr. was complaining. Del Harris went out onto the floor. When you step out on the floor, they'll throw you out of there.
Well, Del will join the head coach Don Nelson back in the locker room. Yet another technical foul called on the Mavericks. Kind of a leisurely stroll, and he is tossed.
And thankfully, they have a number of assistant coaches over there so that if anyone else gets thrown out, they have people that can come down and reinforce the bench. Larry Harris has already taken Del's seat. If Sidney Moncrief or Charlie Parker go, they have many people who can replace them.
There are 10 assistants left right now to go in, just in case.
Well, this is what the Mavericks are hanging their hat on. They have been an outstanding come-from-behind team. This will be quite a task. 64-38 as we come up on 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And that ejection had to happen. Joe Crawford made a good decision there. Hit him with the tee. Del wanted to go, and he let him go.
Kevin Willis, who played so well off the bench the other night, has come out for the first time. The lob intended for Finley, last touch by the Spurs.
Jeff, you're exactly right. That was intentional by Del. He went out. He wouldn't even say that much. Just kind of nodded, pointing to the ground. He knew he was going to get thrown out.
Nowitzki, it counts, and the foul. Foul committed by Duncan. Strong move by Nowitzki, who has to be careful. Did not want to pick up an offensive foul. And another technical has been called, as Ted Bernhardt tees up Kevin Willis. We have now seen 7 technical fouls, and that is a rare free throw miss by Steve Nash. One of the best foul shooters in the NBA, a 91% free throw shooter. And during the season at one point, he hit 49 straight, a franchise record. And over another stretch, he hit 47 in a row. Now Dirk Nowitzki to the foul line. Nowitzki in game 1 hit all 17 free throw opportunities.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure what Kevin Willis did. Now, we're not right up close. We can hear any of the dialogue, but Kevin Willis, to me, looks like he's stunned that the technical foul was called. As we see players react sometimes during the course of the game, they make believe that it wasn't them, but I know him pretty well, and he looks to me like he's trying to figure out why he was called for the technical.
Ginobili weaving his way and finds Ferrier just checked in. Walt Williams handles. Adrian Griffin, who just came on. Nowitzki for three. Oh, hits the rainbow from downtown. And the Mavericks are showing some signs with a minute 15 remaining in the half.
Couple quick buckets, Jeff. This could be right down around 15, like we're talking about. Going to half down 15. They're at 20 right now.
8-0 run by Dallas.
And Dallas has shown has had effect on San Antonio.
Duncan is fouled. Basket will not count. Duncan again drawing the double, and he'll head to the line. Williams picks up the foul, his fourth.
Under the basket, 42 in the white uniform with the ball is Kevin Willis. And we're trying to figure out where the technical foul came from. It must have happened just prior to that, if it did.
Or he said something to Nowitzki. It looked like they may. I'm just guessing right now. I really have no idea. I don't even know what I'm saying.
I feel that way. I feel that way a lot of times, actually.
I'm just really trying to make sense out of something that makes no sense. So
it's a good story.
Yeah, it may not have any validity, but it sounded good. Plausible, maybe.
65-44. San Antonio. Nash able to penetrate. Back comes Parker.
Why don't you give us another anomaly?
That was a good one.
Here is Parker. Jeff has been waiting all season to be able to inject that word into his on-camera opening. Half minute left in the first half. That's a three-point attempt by Williams. 2-second differential between the game clock and shot clock.
And I like what Tony Parker did on the last possession. He stepped in and took a two-point shot instead of sitting on the three-point line.
That's why I like your suggestion. Wipe out the three-point line for the first three quarters.
Wait a second. Parker. Tony Parker has 10 points. Final seconds of the half. Van Exel. The San Antonio Spurs shooting just under 50% of the first half, and they lead the Dallas Mavericks 69-44. They've led by as many as 28. Tim Duncan with 20. Malik Rose 19 points off the bench, 13 coming at the free throw line. Let's go to Craig with Malik.
Well, Malik, for a guy that just 2 days ago was laying in this position right here on the court, motionless with a double stinger, you certainly have recovered well. With the x-rays yesterday and the MRI, when did you know you're going to play today, and how'd you prepare?
I knew I was going to play after game one. Once I got up, I started to feel a little better. Feeling in my arm started to come back, so I knew it was just a matter of time before I got back on the court.
Marv mentioned the fact that you guys had double-digit leads 5 times in the playoffs, lost them, won only one of those 5 games. What do you have to do here in the second half?
Keep this double-digit lead, man. We don't want to let it get back and let it get back close. They have enough firepower on the other side to bring it close. So we just got to keep our defensive shoes going and get the job done.
Dirk Nowitzki's in foul trouble. Will you go at him or try to get him out of the game?
If I get the chance, I am going to go at him, but I'm not really a focal point on the offensive end of this team, so I just have to bide my time until I get my chance.
Great first half. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Craig. For San Antonio, that is a playoff high this season with a 69-point total. 69-44 San Antonio. Coming up in a moment, Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Magic. We'll be back.
San Antonio take a timeout early. Try to put together a run that so when you enter the fourth quarter, you're down by 15 or less.
But what really hurt the Mavericks, Dirk Nowitzki picked up 3 fouls over the first 7 minutes. When he left, Dallas was down 17-14. When he came back, it was 47-26, and now Nowitzki called for the The traveling violation.
Jeff, you've had a number of creative and very imaginative suggestions like changes for the game this year. What about